Raghav Chadha exiting AAP, how does this exit, affect AAP's and Arvind Kejriwal's ambition? Because Raghav Chadha was often seen as like a key strategist, especially in Delhi, and also the face of the party for, Delhi and Punjab as well.
Well, that's right, Shivani. I think Raghav Chadha was the right-hand man of Arvind Kejriwal, a trusted lieutenant who has seen and worked very closely for the past decade or so. And losing a leader is not just losing an individual, it's also losing all the political connections, relationships, secrets, everything crossing over. And that is where Arvind Kejriwal will find himself very hard to stitch together the party once again. But who else other than Mr. Kejriwal himself to be squarely blamed for the state of affairs? I mean, it's not just BJP alone who should be responsible, or stuff like ED actions and all of those limited actions being responsible. I am firmly of the view that Aam Aadmi Party should have course corrected itself when they found themselves embroiled in cases. They did not act. They started meddling into the affairs of Punjab itself, which is resisted by the local MLAs of Punjab. I mean, Arvind Kejriwal is seen camping over there. All of these internal inconsistencies of the party and this ego of one man, Arvind Kejriwal, has over a period of last decade, we've seen every single key leader, not necessarily has come to the BJP, but has left the party. I mean, look at Kumar Vishwas, Yogendra Yadav, Shanti Bhushan and his son. Everybody has left the party. Other than him, he just can't even tolerate a Punjab chief minister, and he's considered as a super CM. So if you are so authoritarian and you want to criticize the BJP on its authoritarian aspects, it just doesn't cut the ice, and people see through it. And this is the reason why he lost the state of Delhi as well.
Right. The reports also suggest that he was recently demoted from his post as a deputy floor leader. So was this due to the pre-existing friction or a final trigger for his departure? If you can help us understand that as well, Mr. Rajat Sethi.
So Raghav, for a very long time, has not spoken on any party matters. When Kejriwal went to the jail, he wasn't there. When he came out of the jail, he wasn't there. So I believe this was really long time in the making. The right strength of the parliamentary party was awaited for all of these leaders to actually come out and then merge into the BJP. So from a legal standpoint, this window was had to be waited out by all of these individuals to actually finally take the plunge. But the writing on the wall was evident. I mean, this is no surprise for any analyst that this was bound to happen. And there was absolutely no rapprochement done by the leadership of Aam Aadmi Party, including the floor leader. He himself did not go out and reach out to his deputy leader and bunch of other members of parliament. I mean, look at Swati Maliwal. She actively campaigned in Delhi against the Aam Aadmi Party, but she's still stuck around the party because of legal reasons. So party is broken. It was evident. It's just that now there is a legal stamp on it because the entire Aam Aadmi Party, 2/3 of that has formally merged into the BJP. Again, I mean, I was part of the 2011 campaign in India against corruption and all of that. So it's a sad day because a party which was born out of revolution had to see this kind of a future, this kind of unfolding of events just because they lost the core compass which the public gave to them, saying that you have to go and do an alternate politics. But Kejriwal ended up being cut out of the same cloth, sort of a politician.
About the 2/3 of the leaders joining, but Ashok Mittal of Lovely Professional University is also with Raghav Chadha, and there are ED raids against him and a few, which happened a few days back. Now he's joining BJP. So isn't this a timing suspect?
Absolutely. See, how can you come out and appreciate the fact that people and leaders who have lived through an ideology for the decade or so suddenly come out and join another party with a diametrically opposite set of ideas and ideology? That just doesn't cut ice. I mean, they are doing it for utilitarian perspective. They were raided. Out of fear, they could have switched the party. But the real problem is that what was Kejriwal doing? Why did you induct these leaders in the very first place if they had blemishes on them? Why was the Lovely Professional University founder and bunch of other people sent to Rajya Sabha whose only credential was money power? That is the only thing that they brought to the table. And in spite of that, Arvind Kejriwal, for some party funds or whatever reason, I don't know the reason, they were brought in and given the plum positions of Rajya Sabha. And then, once you get transactional leaders, they will do transaction with you as well.
Right, right. Also, Raghav Chadha claims that 7 out of 10, which is 2/3 of the AAP Rajya Sabha contingent, is moving. Does this technically qualify as a merger, under the 10th schedule as well? And what precedent does it set for, the other smaller parties going forward?
So that's a great legal question. The answer is not very easy. Is the parliamentary party the real national party? The answer is no. In several judgments by high courts and Supreme Courts, it is established if the party is merging into another party, then not just the parliamentary party, but also the rank and file, a two-third division of the entire party, the national structure, and everybody has to go in and merge. Only a parliamentary party cannot take the authority of the merger of that wing of the parliament party into another party. So it is going to be a long-drawn legal battle. Whether the Aam Aadmi Party would want to fight it tooth and nail, that's a question, because these legal matters don't get settled in a day or so or in a month or so. Most of these members of parliament will finish off their tenure by the time we will see these legal battles play out, first at the chairman's, Rajya Sabha chairman's office, then possibly at the election commission office, and then possibly at the Supreme Court. All of this is going to take minimum of 3-4 years. I mean, look at Shiv Sena and NCP. Some of these questions are still pending before the Supreme Court. Hearings are still going on as to who the real NCP is. So I believe it's a long legal battle, not a settled one. But they will not lose their membership immediately.
Right. And then help us understand, how does this addition of 7, seats change the legislative math for BJP in the upper house, especially, while passing some contentious bills?
So Shivani, if you go by the numbers, BJP and the NDA already had a majority in Rajya Sabha. So 7 addition is just going to bolster their number to higher levels. But beyond that, is it going to reach to a 2/3 level? The answer is no. And of course, in Lok Sabha, the NDA just has a simple majority, not a 2/3 majority. So it doesn't change the ability of the NDA to pass certain contentious bills. It would largely be status quo, but I see more than Rajya Sabha strength, but I see this more from a Punjab election perspective. February is the next year, 2027 is the election. And BJP, right in the middle of West Bengal elections, have kick-started their Punjab campaign.
Mr. Sethi, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us today on ET Now on News Now.
Thank you.